Hello, and now welcome everyone. Thank you very much for taking the moment of your time today and watching our YouTube live stream. I'm Thiago, and before we get started, let's go through some updates that have been happening along the past few days. Regarding the updates, first one is Automate is now available on Product Hunt. So, this website is where developers expose their newly created products so everyone can test and share and comment on how it works. And we would like very much to thank the Product Hunts team for having us there, our tech displayed on their resources. This is a really great step for us. Second order of business is Piotr's talk at FCC Paris. Yesterday, he went on stage and discussed decentralized automation and all the work we've been doing here at ChronoLogic. If you couldn't attend via the link we shared on Telegram and Twitter, we will make sure that you get the recording link as soon as it is available for us as well. Goes without mention that we are really pleased at the Ethereum Foundation and the organization of the event for having Piotr there representing us. Way to go, guys. And last but not the least, we have been able to perform one of the most awaited integrations for the project. Now, the Ethereum Alarm Clock technology is also available to be used via my Ether wallet. This was really a joint effort with my Ether wallet's founder, and we are really glad that he was able to take the time and talk to us and also implement CL Stack there. All right, that's it regarding updates. And now let's talk about today's tutorial and where we are going to show you how Automate can be used as trigger for all purposes in the automating your crypto life. Let's say you have an incoming amount in Ether or in any other assorted token, and you need to be able to divide that asset that will get into your wallet as fast and as soon as it hits there. Automate is a perfect tag. Is the perfect tag for you to be doing that. Let's say if you are about to get an amount and you need to share it with partner, spouse, your kids even, or anything else. Automates is your go-to place. And same goes for payments. If you have a company and you get something in crypto that you need to share or even pay for your suppliers or for your workers or anyone else. Another possible use case for this is when you have an investment fund or pool that works with crypto. Whenever these initiatives work, they almost every time they get something, let's say they pull together, they got into some investment, and then they are receiving tokens in return. Let's say that those tokens need to be divided and sent out on their way as soon as possible so everyone can do what they are going to do and go on with their lives. So the person responsible for those funds would be automating things and making his life or her life a whole lot easier by using Automate, sending out the crypto whenever it arrives. Okay, so in order to perform to you this tutorial, I have right here our esteemed teammate Clarence. He's going to show you how this is going to work on site. And please, Clarence, go ahead.
Thanks, Thiago. Hey, everyone. Clarence here. So today I'm going to teach you how to use Automate to trigger and send out transactions. So here are the steps for the tutorial. So first, we're going to create signed transactions, and then we're going to use Automate as a trigger to send out transactions. If that wallet receives ETH or tokens, so that will trigger the transactions, and then you can divide your assets with someone, and then you can verify it with Etherscan. So before we get into the detailed steps, I want to show you that ChronoLogic scheduled transaction is now live on my Ether wallet. you need to log into your wallet first to access the scheduled transaction. So for this tutorial, I'm going to use the keystore file. So here in the apps menu, you can see here, you can now schedule transactions if you go here. So it's really cool, right? So you can start scheduling your transactions today via this My Ether wallet integration. So let's get back to the tutorial. First, we're going to create the signed transactions. Uh, we're going back to My Ether wallet homepage. So I'm going to click uh, this one here. I'm going to click use the vintage UI since I'm using the old interface for this tutorial because it's much easier to automate things from here at this point. So we're going to click send offline. So we're going to put your address here. So this will be the source wallet. And then you generate information. You can see the gas price and the nonce number. And then you put the address to where you're going to send your assets to, the value and the amount, and then the nonce number 8. And then we're going to open the source wallet. So it's now unlocked. And then you generate transaction. You copy this signed transaction. And then you go to automate. You paste it here. So after you have pasted the signed transaction in Automate, we will now set the condition. So in the condition section, we'll put here the trigger amount. So for example, once the source wallet will receive 1 ETH, then it will going to trigger the transaction for you, and you don't need to do anything else. So I'm just gonna put 1 for the value of ETH, and then schedule transaction. So we're gonna save this Automate link here, and then we can schedule another one. So we're gonna schedule 3 transactions. Go back to my Ether wallet and then change the address. You can also change the value, then change the nonce number so that it won't overlap the transaction that you made previously. Then you generate a transaction yet again. Copy this, then paste one more time. Change the condition again to 1 ETH, and then you can schedule. So let's schedule another one, the last one. I'll go back again to my Ether wallet and then change the to address, value, and then the nonce number. Generate the transaction one more time. Copy this, paste, and then the condition again, and schedule. So after you have created the transactions for this, I'm going to test this setup. So I'm going to send 1 ETH to the source wallet to trigger the send out. So we're going to see the transactions being triggered live. So this is the condition. So if the source wallet um, receives a specific value or amount, so in this case 1 ETH, then it will trigger or send those amounts to the addresses that you have created in the signed transactions. So I'm going to send source some funds into the source wallet. So I'm getting the source wallet address here, and then I'll send it Ether. So the condition was 1 ETH, right? So I'm going to send it 1 ETH and then send transaction. Let's wait for a moment.
So while it confirms here, let me just jump in a little bit. So you can see that everything you are doing here regarding automate, you can check pretty much at the same time live on Etherscan, which is the Ethereum Explorer, and you are able to see how the Ether transaction is on its way to the source wallet, where Automate's gonna pick up that specific trigger that was 1 ETH, and then it's going to be sent towards the new ones.
Okay, so it's sent to our source wallet. So I'm going to access the automate links again that we have earlier. So I'm gonna refresh this page. So here it is, it's completed. I'll refresh this, it's still pending, still pending. So this transaction is completed. So this transaction has received zero point 0.1 ETH just 46 seconds ago. Yep, that's really cool, right? So you can trigger transactions via automate. So these other transactions are still pending.
Um, with Automate, you may have a time frame around 5 minutes, if that much, where the transactions are going to get sent forward, even after you add the first one there.
Yep.
So we'll,
So
yes, please go ahead, Clarence.
this first transaction is a success. So you can always check the transactions via Etherscan. So to recap the steps that I did for this tutorial, um, so we created signed transactions via my Ether wallet, and then we copied and pasted the signed transactions to automate, and then set the trigger on what value will it be triggered, or how much value or asset you will going to receive in order for that transaction to trigger. And then you can divide your assets with someone to different addresses, and then you verify the transaction hash in Etherscan. So that concludes my tutorial on how to use automate as a trigger and send out transactions. Back
Okay,
back to you, Tago.
thank you very much, Clarence. This was really, really exciting. I'm really pumped up about seeing this live like we did. And I would like to invite you to try and use our tools as part of your day-to-day life. That goes for Automate and also the Ethereum Alarm Clock. If you haven't yet, please go to my Ether wallet, check things out there, see how the technology works and how it can make things easier for you, how you manage your assets on the blockchain. Other than that, I'd like really much to invite you to join our Telegram and follow us on Twitter, because those are the main outlets where you can get news about us. And also, if you like our content and if you are pleased of seeing these tutorials in this new format of live stream, please do subscribe, do set reminders on whenever we come live, and we are really, really motivated by that, and we thank you very much for doing it. All right. So other than that, I would like to wish you a very, very nice rest of your day, and see you soon.